behind-the-scenes magic, this movie's production will blow your mind. Now let's talk about the cast, because this is a star-studded lineup that brings so much personality to the table. The voice cast is led by Donald Glover as Simba, the young lion prince destined for greatness. Glover's charisma and warmth make Simba relatable and inspiring. Then you've got Beyoncé as Nala, Simba's fierce and loyal friend. Beyoncé doesn't just lend her voice, she also curated and performed music for the film, including the stunning new song, Spirit. James Earl Jones returns as Mufasa, the wise and regal king, reprising his iconic role from the 1994 film with that same commanding presence. Chiwetel Ejiofor steps in as Scar, the cunning and ambitious villain, bringing a chilling intensity. The comedic duo of Timon and Pumbaa is voiced by Billy Eichner and Seth Rogen, respectively, and their chemistry is pure gold. Expect to laugh out loud. Other standout voices include Alfre Woodard as Sarabi, John Kani as Rafiki, John Oliver as Zazu, and young talents J.D. McCrary and Shahadi Wright Joseph as young Simba and Nala. Every performance adds depth and emotion, making these characters feel like living, breathing creatures. Let's dive into the story. Don't worry, I won't spoil anything. The plot follows a young lion prince who faces challenges that test his courage and teach him about responsibility and leadership. It's a timeless coming-of-age tale about family, friendship, and finding your place in the world. The 2019 version stays true to the original's spirit, but adds new moments and expanded scenes that deepen the emotional impact. The themes of loss, growth, and the circle of life resonate just as strongly, and the photorealistic visuals make every moment feel epic. Whether you're watching with your kids or revisiting your own childhood, this story hits all the right notes. Heartwarming, thrilling, and inspiring. Now let's talk money, because The Lion King 2019 was a massive undertaking. The production budget was a whopping $260 million, making it one of the most expensive animated films ever made. Why so costly? Every frame was crafted with cutting-edge CGI to achieve that photorealistic look. We're talking about animators spending months perfecting the way a lion's fur moves in the wind or how sunlight reflects off a watering hole. But here's the kicker. The investment paid off. The film grossed over $1.66 billion worldwide, making it the seventh highest-grossing film of all time at the time of its release. It opened with $191.8 million in the U.S., alone across 4,725 theaters, and continued to dominate the box office from July 19, 2019 to December 5, 2019. That's a return of 6.4 times its budget, proving that audiences couldn't get enough of this visual masterpiece. If you're someone who loves seeing a film succeed both creatively and financially, this one's a winner. The music. Oh, the music. If there's one thing that makes The Lion King unforgettable, it's the soundtrack. Hans Zimmer returns to score the film, reworking his iconic 1994 compositions with even more depth and grandeur. The classic songs you love, like Circle of Life, Hakuna Matata, and Can You Feel the Love Tonight, are back, performed by the new cast with fresh energy. Elton John, who co-wrote the original songs, contributed to the soundtrack, and Tim Rice's lyrics still hit all the right emotional beats. Beyoncé's Spirit adds a powerful new anthem that'll give you chills. The soundtrack isn't just background music, it's a character in itself, weaving through the story to amplify every moment. Whether you're humming along or tearing up, the music is a reason to watch this film on its own. Let's get into the production details because this is where things get really fascinating. The screenplay, written by Jeff Nathanson based on a story by Brenda Chapman, stays faithful to the original while adding subtle tweaks to enhance the narrative. The cinematography, led by Caleb Deschanel, uses virtual camera techniques to create sweeping shots that feel like a nature documentary. The film runs for 1 hour and 58 minutes and carries a PG rating, making it perfect for families but with enough depth for adults. Disney's production team used tools from the gaming industry like Unity software to build a virtual Pride Lands where they could control every element: lighting, weather, even the bugs crawling on the ground. This level of detail makes every scene a visual feast. If you're a tech nerd or just love seeing innovation on screen, this film's production will leave you amazed. Now let's talk about how the world received this movie. Critics gave The Lion King 2019 a 51% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, with an average score of 6 out of 10 based on 435 reviews. Some felt the photorealistic style limited the animal's expressiveness compared to the animated original, but others praised the visual innovation and faithful storytelling. The audience, however, was all in. 88% of viewers gave it a positive score, with over 76,300 reviews. Posts on X echoed this excitement, with fans raving about the visually breathtaking animation and stirring score. The Hollywood Reporter called it a photorealistic computer-animated remake that shines thanks to its superstar cast. If you're someone who trusts the crowd or loves a film that sparks debate, this one's got plenty to talk about. Let's touch on some trivia to make you appreciate this film even more. Did you know that the 2019 version expands certain scenes to give more depth to characters like Nala and Sarabi? Or that the film's live-action look is entirely CGI with only one real shot, a sunrise in the opening scene? The production team worked with wildlife experts to ensure the animals' movements were authentic, studying real lions, meerkats, and warthogs. Beyoncé's involvement went beyond acting. She helped shape the soundtrack's African influences, working with artists like Wizkid and Burna Boy. And here's a fun fact. The film inspired a prequel, Mufasa, The Lion King, which explores the backstory of Simba's father. These little nuggets make watching the movie even more rewarding, as you'll notice details you might have missed.